Peter, count?
Yep. Count?
What's our, yeah. What's our count?
We have 9.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so that's the hour turned. So maybe we should just start it and do some basic talking.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
let them know that we're live, and just say we're waiting for a few more people to rock up.
Yep.
Okay. Good. So I start the broadcast. I do the recording. Yeah. So this is on.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night here. So welcome to our welcome to our webinar. Yeah, good night. I mean, especially to the friends in Europe. They have now in the middle of the night. We're just waiting for a few friends to join. It's we got lots of people registered here, and it's typically now just started 8 p.m. in the U.S. Eastern Time. So yeah.
Hey, Tobias, do you think we should get some of the registrants to mark in the chat box where they're from? I'd love to learn where they're from, so I can address them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would mark folks in the chat box where you're from. Are you from L.A., New York, Chicago, Berlin, Moscow? Is Tokyo in the house? If so, I'm going to go eat sushi at the end of the night. Entertain me with your residence. Let's talk about where you're from, so we can address more effectively in our session this evening your particular area. And there are differences, and there are many similarities, and there are equal dissimilarities. So we can go through that today. If you mark where you're from, what city you reside in, where your primary business is located, we'll be able to talk about you. Is that interesting, talking about you?
Well, I can tell you I'm from the sunny Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. That's where I am right now. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's awesome to be here.
Great. I'm in Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America.
And I'm here in the dark night in Europe. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
No sun, no beach, nothing.
Oh my gosh! Well, okay. Well, your imagination can always come into play, and we're going to stimulate that today.
Hopefully.
So we are. Yes. I occasionally will rhyme in the middle of the night. So it's 5 in the afternoon here, Pacific Standard Time. The West Coast of the United States. East Coast is 8 p.m. Welcome, New Yorkers. Welcome, New Jersey. Floridians, if you're there. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way to Boston. We're covering the eastern seaboard, which right now is getting a marine layer. I understand there's a hurricane coming in, which it seems some of them are welcoming because they need some water in this month of July.
And I'll welcome the people from Australia, from Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide. Okay, I'm out.
Port Douglas.
Port Douglas.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're covering all the cities. We're covering all of them, and I cannot forget my friends in Bahrain, Dubai, Karachi, Pakistan, and these are places that I've been very privileged to go speak in front of the wonderful people of those countries, and they're just great. And of course, Auckland, right? New Zealand.
Absolutely. And also, Tobias was saying that we've got a lot of females registrants, so that's cool. We've got, I think, about 30% of our membership are females, and they're very active in our group, in our Facebook group, so that's awesome.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, we certainly like to see the blended involvement in our Facebook group, which is so powerful and strong, and that's one of the things that we are going to touch on is our Facebook membership group and how helpful everyone is. Men, women, and children Do we have any kids? What's the youngest person we have in our Facebook group, Peter?
We've got a couple of young guys, I think 19 and 20.
Well, that's incredible. And they're out there knocking it out of the park, as we say in America. It's a baseball metaphor, and that means they are making money because they are implementing the strategies that we're going to discuss and reveal today, and it's in the world of proof, which is what I love. So if we are getting closer, we're at 5:04 Pacific Standard Time. That means 8:04 on the East Coast. That means 7:04 in the beautiful sunny city of Chicago, where it gets a little bit windy because there is wind, hence the Windy City.
Okay, Tobias, I'm all keen to get ready, to get started.
Yeah, let's say. Let's get started. I'm just do some checkings. If everybody got the invite, because I'm wondering a little bit.
Sorry, I missed that.
Give me just a second.
Sure. Look, this is why I love the internet. I've known Tobias for years now online. I've only met Mitch recently, since August last year, and we get to hang out together doing incredibly cool stuff like this. The internet.
Yeah, we're all connected, and you even saw me on cam a little bit ago, and we get to. And the beauty is, you're coming out to California next week.
Absolutely, yeah.
What is it? Is it Sunday? Am I getting you at the airport on Sunday? Is it? I think it's Sunday.
Mate, I leave on Thursday and I arrive on Thursday.
How cool is that?
I go back in time 15 hours.
Wow.
I only lose 4 hours.
Well, you're a time traveler, yeah, but you're on Qantas, which is one of my favorite airlines.
Absolutely. But unfortunately, when I come back, I lose a lot of time. I'm going to age 30 hours in that flight back.
Yeah.
40 hours, yeah.
But your little girls, your beautiful daughters and wife will be there to greet you, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
They'll be back. Daddy, you're home. You're back on the Gold Coast.
I'm going to video it, get into the social media thing.
Ah, excellent. Post it up online. That's awesome. So, Tobias, you're probably the only guy in your city that's up at this hour.
Yeah.
And you're one of these late night owls. I know you've got owls in the Black Forest there. Are you near the Black Forest?
Definitely, yeah, nearby. Yeah. It's nearby here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got to see that one day. That's certainly on my bucket list to see the what is it? The Rhine River?
Yeah, it's by the Rhine River. Yeah, here nearby.
Yep. And see some lions, tigers, and bears.
Is that where Hansel and Gretel nursery rhyme came from? The Black Forest?
Yeah. The Kuckuck's clock watches are very famous here.
Ah.
The Kuckuck thing. Yeah.
Okay, cuckoo's clocks come from Germany, and I know but the watches, of course, have the Swiss own that branding. So we're a little bit after 5, guys. Thank you. We're having a slight technical snafu with some of these things, and this is what happens on the internet. It's going to be worth it. Thank you for your patience in advance. My name is Mitch Carson, and we had Peter, who's got the genuine Australian accent, and of course your host, Tobias Berlin, who does not live in Berlin. That's a family name. He does not live there. I think he's visited there once or twice to listen to the band that comes from Berlin. Other than that, did you see the wall, Tobias?
Yeah. I actually, when it was open to everybody, I actually picked out some parts of the very hard concrete with the hammer and a little picker. So I have some pictures from that time from 1990, just in January 1990, a few weeks after they opened it. So, and it was a very special concrete. It was almost impossible to pick something with the hammer. So only with some electro tools, so you have been able to pick out a little few things. So yeah,
That's a piece of history, literally. And I know that a friend of mine took when the Brooklyn Bridge was disassembled, he sold parts of it. His name is Paul Hartunian, and he made millions and had international exposure. The man who sold the Brooklyn Bridge. And it's truly, he pulled up parts of it and sold off little rocks, little pieces. And I don't know if somebody did that with the Berlin Wall, but they certainly could have replicated his success. And we're going to talk about that today and how the listeners on the call are going to be able to duplicate and replicate the success of people who have walked the path before them. And as we go through this, and I think the people on the call, Tobias, most of them have heard about the power of video marketing, and we're going to discuss the impacts that it's had, and the bottom line, how it's helped people in their profits. I mean, that's why you've assembled this group of people and brought me on the call, and of course, the creator of the software we're going to discuss today, Peter Drew, and they're going to understand it's a really good thing to do is to incorporate video and hangout marketing into their business strategies, whether they're a small business, medium-sized business, large business, and they're a marketing director or marketing communications person, if they are a solopreneur. And that's a term that I just learned a couple years ago, where that means you're an entrepreneur that works alone, solopreneur. I don't know if they use that in Europe, but it's become a catchphrase here in America. Do they use that in Australia, Peter? Solopreneur?
No, that's the first time I've heard of it.
Well, I'm all full of surprises every day. I'll have a new word for you tomorrow, I promise. And Tobias, I don't know if they use that term, solopreneur, in Germany, or they have the equivalent in High German, Low German, Mid German.
Yeah, I would say there's an equivalent to this one. So,
okay.
Yeah, I had it before already in the US.
So, are we getting close to getting ready for our folks, or do I have to tell a bad joke or two? I have a couple good jokes.
Tell one or two jokes. I mean, just resend to everybody the confirmations, and just in case something went wrong there maybe or so, then everybody should have now the link to join the webinar.
Okay, so where are the people from? There's hi from Australia. I'm going to put in here Mitch from Los Angeles. Tell me if you see that. Do you guys see that?
No, I don't see it.
Oh, okay. I put it in there in the chat box, but let's see what the chat box reveals. Yeah, people put in where they're from. It would be beneficial to see if they have any questions. That way you can field the questions and answer them, Peter, in real time. That's one of the benefits of GoToWebinar.
I'm not seeing any questions in the chat.
Okay. Well, there aren't questions yet because we haven't started, but maybe they could put in the city that they're from. Yeah, if they mark their city, I mean, we've got you from Australia, Mitch from LA, I see mine. Tobias, Berlin, well, he didn't put in his city. We know he's from the Black Forest or near it because he's a big Wizard of Oz fan and he believes in lions, tigers, and bears.
Yeah.
Oh my. I think they might have bears there. Probably no lions unless there's a German lion. I haven't heard about that, not even in folklore. And tigers are definitely not that far. They're still in Asia. And, yeah, we don't have tigers in Africa. That continent, I think, is dominated still by the big cats of lions and no tigers. You don't have any big cats in Australia, do you, Peter?
No, we have
dingoes.
We have dingoes.
Yep.
We have feral cats. We have a massive feral cat problem, but apart from that, no.
Are these feral cats somewhat dangerous? Will they bite you?
If they come near you, yes, they will tear you to shreds. But they're small and they hide a lot, and they're very difficult to catch.
Well, yeah, if they're small, that would make them. But I remember seeing wild dingoes when I was up in Harvey Bay, and then I went out to Fraser Island, which is one of the most beautiful places and neatest places I've ever visited when I was in Australia. And Fraser Island, you know, it was 100% of the island is sand. There's no dirt. It's all sand. So all of the plant life comes out of sand. I think it's the only place on Earth that, you know, it's a whole standalone island where 100% of the plant life grows out of sand.
Yeah, that's an incredible place. I've camped there many times. It's beautiful, and the fishing is superb.
Yeah, and they have a fresh water right in the middle of the island. Freshwater lake.
While we're waiting, I just thought I'd read out a post that Michael Murray posted in our group. Should I do that?
Yeah, please do.
Well, he posted on July 1st, 11 a.m., and he came from a webinar about a month ago. And he goes, I like your challenge, so I wanted to put HOM under a lot of pressure and see how well it delivered. I'm telling people now that my slogan is, any keyword in any city, page 1 of Google in 24 hours. Man, how awesome is that? And then he goes on. So let's see now. Any city, how about the biggest one in the USA? New York City. And keyword, how about one with so much competition that no SEO guru would imagine that you could reach number 10 in less than 12 months of concentrated effort. Found one. How about 190 million competing pages that ought to break HOM out in a sweat? I figured that I'd be lucky if I made page 3 the first shot. Unfortunately, Google chose not to show any videos on the search results, but wait for it. The video search results show the video number 3 after only 3 hours. And he says, folks, if you can't make money with this, then you need to give up and find a job, a J-O-B. And there's 30 comments under that from people very impressed with that post. And my group's filled with tons of comments or messages like that.
Well, and it's also, we root each other on in that it truly is it's the most unique Facebook group I belong to, and I think I'm a member of close to 40. And this one is where people help each other and root each other on. And we don't, of course, some could be competitors, but friendly competitors, because nobody can own every keyword in every niche. So there's room for everybody to make a lot of money and be successful. And we have some real success stories that we're going to reveal in just a few short moments. And it's going to blow people away, because when you have success stories that mean money, it's not just, hey, I ranked well, and it's an ego thing. These people are profiting. And that's the name of the game, is it?
Hey, I just had an idea. Maybe I should interview Michael and just find out what his experience has been like with the software and how well he's been doing, and that'd be nice content for all the other members, I guess.
Yep. I think that's a great idea. And Tobias, how are we doing there, bud?
I would say we start now. It's
okay.
More and more people coming in, and just let's go. It's good.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I think we're good here, Tobias. Thank you for having me. I know I've done a little bit of talking in advance, but I'm going to do a lot of talking. But you're going to be helping, showing some of the proof as we go forward, and we've introduced ourselves as we go through. But the name of the game here is, I want to talk about the promise. We're going to show you. Well, I fibbed a little bit, because I marked here 4 profitable case studies demonstrated. And there are going to be more, because we added more today, and I just didn't change the slide. There are actually 8. Is that okay with everybody? I hope so, yes. We're going to discover how to find the profits in your niche with money keywords. We talked about that a little bit while we were doing our preamble of information keywords, which people look for, just are irrelevant. I'm hearing a little clicking in the background, so we may want to cut that off. And we also were going to show 5 unique ways to differentiate Hangout Millionaire in the marketplace, and how to get your rankings to stick. Because there's one thing about getting rankings temporarily, and anybody can do that on a short-term basis by buying spam links or going to Fiverr and getting somebody in a foreign land that's, I promise you 1 million links. And you do that, you spring up, and then you lose your site forever. You're what is called sandboxed. We don't do that. We don't encourage that. Hello? Hello? What to expect moving forward. Now, the question that people always ask themselves in any environment when they're listening to somebody, you came on this call wondering, what's in it for me? Is that a safe assumption? I think so. What's in it for me? And number 1 is, how to get on the first page of Google. Second, how to get your first page rankings on YouTube, which is the number 2 search engine after King Google. Queen YouTube is right there neck and neck. And then, can you say profits? We're going to show you in our webinar today, and of course in the deep training, which is going to be made available to everybody that looks at making more profits, we'll show you how to do that. And 3 ways to profit without using a camera. You don't have to use a camera and stand in front of a video, a picture, or anything, and you're going to rank faster than a speeding bullet. It's so fast, it's startling. In many cases, most cases, it's 2 to 3 hours. You dominate or are on the first page of many of these search engines. So we're going to start off. I want to give you a gift. Now, this is our ethical bribe, so you stay until the end, because at the end, we'll give you the link so you can get our free gift. And this is a book that I co-authored with the developer of the Hangout Millionaire product and solution that we're going to reveal today, and it's called Clients Forever. It sells for $24.95, but it's your gift that we are providing you for listening today. And it's all about you gaining the benefit of using the experience and expertise, and this book will be our gift for you. So let me talk about my partner and the developer of the solution that's going to be revealed to you in a little bit, Peter Drew. He's been working full-time for 15 years online. He's the CEO of Brute Force SEO, which has been around a number of years, and he created the well-known product that sold over $10 million called Evo, which was a phenomenal automation tool that changed the industry, completely flipped the SEO industry on its head. And he is known as the king of automation. And he was consistently the top 5 affiliate with FriendFinder Inc., and he's generated 8 figures online. He's owned many software development companies. And this is truly, you're going to see this, and we all live in the world of proof. I like to live in the world of proof. He's known as the king of automated software solutions. And he's been a respected SEO professional in the internet marketing space for over 7 years. And his main SEO membership site is still going strong after 6 years. People are still members, still involved in solutions that they purchased years ago and are implementing and profiting. And also, and this is very important, folks, in this world it changes so quickly, and a reputation is all we have going in and out of life. And in this business, he has a squeaky clean reputation. I haven't met anybody that said anything adverse about him or found anything online, and that matters. And here he is. That's the man with his 2 beautiful daughters in the Gold Coast of Australia. There is a wife in the equation, but she's not here. She is taking the photo. So I'm Mitch Carson, and who am I? I'm a published author. I'm a former syndicated radio show host. I've been in direct marketing, and I've spoken on it in 11 countries in English and Spanish, 9 figures in sales, and I've been published, blah, blah, blah. But this is all about you today, folks, so let's talk about that. Here's a little piece when I was doing a CNBC interview and my former radio show in Los Angeles in 97.1. But I want to start with this major question. And can you imagine the value and what it would be for you to be the #1 ranking in your marketplace? I mean, and this is no joke, because we're going to show you 8 case studies. I said we had I didn't change the slide in time. I added the case studies because we've had so many from the last time, just in the last week. People are owning their niche. And I want you to imagine, just taste what it would be like to be the #1 person in your category. And if you knew the secrets, how valuable would that be? And think about, you've heard about all these solutions. People are pitching products left, right, center. And you have to ask, how do I get to put all of this together? Well, we're going to reveal the missing piece that'll make you money today. This isn't a training course. This is a make money course in your niche or your category. People are profiting in new categories. We have people from newbies all the way to the highest level of PhD internet people. We're going to interview the first one in just a moment, but everything has been put together in this solution. Peter thinks very globally and comprehensively, so get yourself ready, take notes. You're going to want to see exactly what we're going to reveal to you. So let's talk about the first person that sought our help. His name is Alex Mendoza, and he publishes Billionaire Mentor, where he profiles billionaires and soon-to-be billionaires, multimillionaires in his magazine. This shows the first edition that he came out with last year, this time, and he's up on the Apple newsstand. And he said, I want to dominate I'm the king of Hangouts these days. That's something he's embraced. And he came to me, a while ago after I mentioned the power of the Hangout Millionaire solution, and he said, then prove it to me. Show me the money. We've heard about that. It's a famous line in a movie. Show me. So we did. So I brought the challenge to Peter, and if you see down here, you see my cursor going over, 2 hours it took Peter to rank in the 3rd position for how to monetize Google Hangouts. Now we're showing this is out of 76,000 results, and it took him 2 hours. Now if you were to take a picture of this key phrase today, it's even greater. Go ahead, Peter.
Oh, hang on, Mitch. I'm just, I don't see those images on the screen. I'm still seeing Alex's face.
Oh, well, let's see. Do you see it now?
No, I still see Billionaire Mentor slide. There you
Okay.
go. No, okay, no, I see it now. Perfect.
Oh, okay. I guess there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll slow down. I'll advance, and then we'll slow down. Like there might be a time delay when we progress on these slides. So let me go through it again. Here's the 76,000 people that sought this result, and then down here you see it took Peter 2 hours. You see my cursor go over these? Okay. And here's your name. This is Peter Drew, uploaded by him from his channel, and he did this as a favor to show Alex Mandossian how he could rank. And this is Alex's video. It's 11 minutes, 25 seconds long, and how he ranked position 3. And it gets better. Now I'm advancing to the next slide. Are we at the next slide yet? Please confirm.
Yes.
Okay, so the next phrase that he challenged us with, he goes, okay, that was impressive. How to profit from Google Hangouts. This was more difficult. It had 2.2 million results, and positions 1 and 2. So look at this. It took Peter 3 hours to own position 1. It took him 4 hours to own position 2. Now, this video is a little bit different, and we're going to talk about how it is viewed as a different, unique video because of the solution that Peter provides. It has a different timestamp, a different time. There are different thumbnails if you were to go through the video itself, and completion and end, and it took 3 hours and 4 hours for a search term with 2.2 million results. Peter, tell them what that means, 2.2 million results. Does that mean 2.2 million websites have that search result? Does it mean 2.2 million people are searching for that every minute, every hour, every week? What is that?
Well, that's how many websites, pages, videos are competing to rank in Google for that term. And as you can see with Hangout Millionaire, I produced those videos, and they were ranking at position number one and position number 2. You can go there right now. Just type in Google, well, probably after the...
Yeah, after. We want to do it after. Yeah.
How to profit from Google Hangouts, and you'll see those videos right there. In fact, I think you'll see about 5 or 6. The first
today.
from 1 to 6 right now. Yep.
Yeah. So let's stay focused on the webinar. We'll give you the opportunity to do that at the end. But we're showing you. We did this a couple months ago for Alex, right? These are up to date, and so it's grown, and that's the beauty. All the rankings start creeping up. So let's go to the next slide. So what were the steps? The right keywords. Now I want to emphasize this. This is foundational for every bit of your success online. And people say, I don't want to do keyword research. It's hard, or it's confusing, or can't somebody do that for me? Can't my Filipino do that? No, he cannot. Yes, he can. I don't recommend it. I think this is the most important part of setting your course. It's foundational. You've got to think about this. This is the whole spinal column of your being, of your online business. These are the bones. This is your spinal column. Everything starts with the right keywords because it's foundational. It's the very first piece, and you have to know which way you're going. This sets your course. And then what we do, we embrace the power of social media today in a big way. And I say that big way because Web 2.0 properties are what give you legitimization out of the marketplace, give you credibility, page rank, authority, all of that. And we're going to go through that and show you some examples a little bit, but it gives you the variety of links that Google and Bing and all the the search engines love these Web 2.0 properties because they have a lot of visitation, and we embrace that. and show you how it's done in an automated way. So you select the right keywords once, you set up the right Web 2.0 properties, create recipes for this, and then here's the key, you run Hangout Millionaire. And then all of it is done for you on autopilot. All of it is done for you autopilot. Can you say set it and forget it? So you set it, you run Hangout Millionaire at the click of a mouse, and then it's all done. Then you can go and eat popcorn, watch your TV, do whatever you want, read more, pick more videos to run on Hangout Millionaire. This is what happens. So you set it and forget it. The steps that we're going to go through, Hangout Millionaire is an automation of all the manual steps that used to take weeks to do. So let's talk about this again. Make sure you write this down. Take notes either digitally or by pen and pad. Use the right keywords. Set up your Web 2.0 properties. Here's an example of the social media landscape of Web 2.0 properties. This is a screenshot of ifttt.com. If this, then that. All the social media properties that are part of this platform where your videos, your Hangouts that we teach you, 10 to 15 of these off of one video will then be populated on all of these properties. You have deep links that post back to you. Everything, SEO has flipped from, let's say, 3 years ago, where it used to be all backlinks from articles, sites, and directories and all this. No. Today it's social media. It's done a capsize. The importance has flipped upside down. Those are secondary to what social media sites you're ranked on today. Here's a screenshot from OnlyWire and some of the properties. We have Referral Keys, Scoop It, Skyrocket, StumbleUpon, Sonico, Slashdot, and the list goes on. And I think in OnlyWire there are, what, Peter, 46 or 60 plus overall that we embrace between OnlyWire, IFTT, and Deliver It?
Absolutely, 60 plus websites, and what's important is that we're not getting direct links back to our video, but but we're also getting second-tiered links, third-tiered links, and fourth-tiered links back to the videos that we've created, but more importantly also to the website we're promoting inside the description of those videos. So not only do your videos rank well in Google, your website is getting incredible links, and we discussed that in the training, how to get your website to rank in incredibly competitive terms on top of your videos.
That's awesome. So we're going to show a couple screenshots of recent proof that is going to blow everybody away, because we're ranking all of those that you mentioned for customers that are making money, those that are profiting. So we're going to go through the exact steps that were used. Now, this is an example of the manual way, and now you're going to see how Peter ranked a very competitive keyword phrase of 89,500,000 results. That is fiercely competitive, and he did this in a manual way back in 2008, and this is recent. He's still ranking for this today, and because of the steps he used, and what he did was he took all of those steps, the manual system, and I used to do this manually until I found him and Hangout Millionaire, and now automated it. Talk about this, Peter.
Well, this is a really cool story. A buddy of mine owned a private island in North Queensland, and my family had stayed there a couple of times, and for whatever reason he decided to sell it. And he'd already been to his real estate agent and got it listed, and the real estate agent produced a beautiful video. So I said, mate, you should have come to me first. I can I can promote this easily in the search engines, which I did. I copied the video from that the real estate agent used and created a whole bunch of videos. It took me about 4 days, though I got listings all over the search engines and got incredibly good rankings, and they're still ranking right now. What's awesome is in that first 6 months, that real estate agent, Scott Wagner, received 200 leads relative to buying private islands, and he sold that island. So that was an incredibly powerful project to get out there, and those videos are still ranking today.
And that's because the system, Hangout Millionaire, follows the same methodology, does it not? White hat, and you do things right.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those videos combined got I think over 26,000 video views.
Incredible. Well, hey, Tobias, I wanted to say, I mean, would your people like to learn this loophole? I mean, is this sounding exciting? Does this sound exciting to you? I mean, if they're able to replicate this type of success?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I see these numbers here, it's good that I'm sitting already. It's crazy numbers.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm hoping that some of the people are thinking that this is pretty cool, and they'd like to have something like this work for them. So let's go through, and here's another screenshot down here at the bottom. This is from October 2008. This is a recent shot. You're still ranking. So now let's get into something. People question, and I made this promise in our agenda, I don't want to make a video. You don't have to. And it's for the people that, A, don't have the time. This lady looks stressed out. She probably wouldn't be good on camera anyway because she's feeling stressed. But she can look happy and use cute little girls. Maybe they don't want to do it. But what do we use for, A, you want to do things faster, and if you're not comfortable putting on makeup, you don't have the right lighting, the camera's broken, or just something you're just not interested in doing. You're much more of an audio person than you are a visual. That's fine. We have come up with the solution. Peter came up with the solution. I'm just part of it. And I get to utilize his research, his skills, and we embrace the power of Instagram. How many images can they get from Instagram, Peter?
Well, it's really unlimited. The Instagram database, as I understand, it's got about 25 billion images, and we can interrogate that database via keyword. So if you've got a keyword, you're going to pull up images based on that keyword. And the beauty is, every time we produce another video in the software, it pulls down another load of images. And if that keyword is popular, you'll get different images every video you create. So it's
That's incredible. So so because it's changing and it's dynamic, if I'm in the pet food category and I put up something pet food for vegetarian dogs, I mean, just as a crazy keyword. You know, if I'm a vegetarian myself and I want my dog to eat like I do, would I have similar images today that I would a week later?
You can get new images in between different videos.
That's incredible.
Produce one video, yeah, absolutely.
So people might think, well, I don't want to have the same images as Judy, who competes me in the vegetarian dog food category. You're going to have different images, and that's something that comes through. That's great. So then the third step is you run Hangout Millionaire. You select your images, and this is our little picture of our Hangout. He is our robot. He doesn't call in sick. He doesn't ask for days off because of family emergencies. He doesn't have any paid holidays, and he doesn't need sleep. In fact, he abhors sleep. He likes to work around the clock. He is the best of all nationalities and the work ethics of the best. He works around the clock, and the thing about him is he works for the prince of Google and YouTube, and that's called Hangouts. Hangouts have been around now for, what, 2 years? About? And it's really, and it's really started to take off. And if it's almost like when Google bought YouTube back in 2006, when that marriage was consummated, anytime somebody put up a video, guess where that video ranked? First page on Google, first page on Yahoo, first page on Bing, because it was so new. Guess what's happening with Hangouts? First page on Google. We love that. So our Hangout, our little robot, which is our guy that does all the work. Now, he could be a she could be a he. I don't know. They're genderless, these robots. They work for men and women both equally. So our genderless friend here does everything with Hangouts to get you ranked tremendously well. So let's keep going. So the question comes up is, what about global versus local? I'm really, Mitch, a local business. Tobias, I'm a chiropractor in Des Moines, Iowa. And, I don't really care about ranking in Sunny Isles, Florida. Okay, well, that's fine. We have something, and I'm going to let Peter talk about that. It's what does it do for the local guy? Let's give him a little hint.
Well, we're utilizing geolocations in the software. We've made it incredibly simple. You click on one button, get the geolocation of the. If you're promoting a local business and it's listed in Google, you put in that business's address, and it will come up and it will be listed in the YouTube, when it goes over to YouTube, we update the geolocation where those videos are created, and those videos rank particularly well in those locations. And we also make a Blogger blog and a Tumblr blog. The actual physical address of the business you're promoting will pop up in the Blogger blog and be listed in the Blogger blog. So the Blogger blog ranks well, and the videos rank well in the location that you choose. It's very, very powerful.
That's incredible, and we're going to show proof. So let's play our first video. Now let me tell you a tad about him. This is a friend of mine in Melbourne, Australia. He teaches people how to create a bestseller with books. Now he is semi-local in that his entire audience used to be Australians, just Australians, small country, 22.5 million people, but he came to me and said, show me your stuff. And this was manual, and this is the same things that Hang Up Millionaire does right now for people, and it would do it even faster than what I was able to do. Let's play it, Tobias, please.
Yep. Just a moment.
Guys, this is worth the wait, and he has a genuine Australian accent as well, and it's very cool. And he's from Melbourne. I learned how to pronounce it right, not Melbourne.
Best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secret Revealed. I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch promised me that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that. But I gave it a go. And he blew me away, because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page in #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowriteabestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ring up that had seen the ad on Google, or seen the rankings on Google, it wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And you know, it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master of marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
Well, thank you very much, Darren Stevens. And if you want to send me back, that would be great. And I want to say, does that sound good, or does that sound good? And I hope you say it sounds good. So let's talk about this. Peter, we are looking at Ruth Sherman. What about competition? Now this is again a national search. This lady right here, Ruth Sherman, you see in this video thumbnail of 3.16 minutes and 3.21 minutes. She came to me and said, Mitch, you know, I'm using an Indian SEO company out of Asian Indian, not the ones in America Indian, and they are not doing that great a job, and I want to rank for how to look great on camera, and every client I get pays me $60,000. I repeat, $60,000 to rank, to use my service. I coach Fortune 100 executives out of New York City. She is a New York native, has the accent to boot, and she was ranked in like no time when we ran it. So this goes back to March 6th and March 13th. Same video spun 2 different ways, and then look at all these rankings here for Ultimate Consulting Coach, overcoming the symptoms of stage fright. And Peter, talk about what the software does. We're going to give them a little bit of insight. What did you do? We supplied one video that was about 3 minutes, and you were able to, because of the software, almost, I mean, you came out with all these different videos with different titles, and it's ranking everywhere for work you did one time.
Absolutely. And if you, after the webinar, if you go to Google and type in how to look great on camera, you'll see the first two positions, number 1 and number 2, are those videos you see there. And what the software does, we add a slide to the beginning and at the end of each video that we upload. The software takes the original video and re-renders it with slides at the beginning and the end. And the user has the option to add random timing, say for the first video from 2 to 5 seconds, sorry, the first slide, and the last slide I generally put at between 2 and 10 seconds with a call to action at that last video. And so the duration of every video we produce is different from the one before. And that creates unique videos, but it also changes the center position of the video and gives you different thumbnails, as you can see on the right-hand side there and the left. So all the thumbnails are different, and they look beautiful in the search results.
Well, and she's gotten clients from this. And the beauty is, you did this one time back in March, so the rankings are sticking today, and her URL has also risen. But she was using her outfit in India. I mean, and we did this with the tool one time, which takes weeks, months, sometimes years, depending on the competitiveness, to rank. So let's talk about money man Zach Jacobs. I'm going to give the screen back to you again, Tobias. He's the blonde-haired gentleman that's sitting down, and he is talking. And now Zach is what you would call an intermediate-level marketer who's been in the game about 2 years, and he was frustrated he wasn't making any money. He embraced the technology that Peter has, and because of that, he is now making bank. And as soon as you're ready, Tobias, go ahead and hit it.
Hey, Zach Jacobs here. I just wanted to talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days, we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to do residual income, so we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them, and this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it.
Awesome. Well, here's the update, folks. He's making $30,000 to $40,000 a month selling leads in Australia right now. That's what he's making because he is implementing, and he has 3 machines running 24/7, creating and cranking. So he's dominating the niches that he wants. Is that great, or is that great? Was this clear and valuable proof? If you agree, nod your head, and I want to see it digitally because I can see. There's the beauty of the internet. I can see through your webcam. Next slide, we are going. What about local? People say, well, I'm just a local business, so we're going to show proof of that. Now let's play the next one, if we can, right here. Hold on one second. Let me tell you about her. She had no experience, and then she found us and was able to then rank for extremely competitive key phrases. We're going to show her results, but I want to give you her video first so you know that it's proof.
Angela Langlots here. I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
Awesome. So now we're seeing, I want to show the next screenshot as soon as it comes back to me. I want to show the proof. Now, there's something about right here at the top. These are what are called paid searches, pay-per-click. And on the right column here are more paid. So we know we're on what is called money keyword phrases. Money keyword phrases. So Dallas Fence new installations, do new installs, which is what also people look for. She owns positions 1 and 2, and then down here, number 3 is Peter with a pseudonym of Christina Hodgson. Don't ask me how he came up with that name. I don't know. You don't want to know either. But the first 2 are owned by Angela. And you came up with the number 3, and you taught her so well, she leapfrogged the professor. Now, again, this is out of 5.8 million results. She is ranking organically positions 1, 2, and 3. Peter ran a little competition with her, all using the same video, taking the same steps, and she was able to outrank him. I suspect the reason she outranked him is because her IP address was located in Dallas, whereas Peter is in Australia. Do you think that's possible, Peter?
Look, I can't remember, but I remember I created that to show how simple the software is. This is way back at the beginning of beta testing. And then she focused on it and beat me, so that was awesome. And seeing all those paid adverts just shows how profitable that niche is.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you think about that, folks? You're on the call. I mean, these are paid ads, so you know there's money. People are paying money to get clicked on. And guess how much you have to pay to get clicked on these ads? No, I mean these positions below. Nothing, because you've done the hard work via Hangout Millionaire. And you have your phone number prominently displayed up here. All you have to do is call this number, and she's selling leads and making money in Dallas, Texas. So let's go on again. Let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Ellen Trokovich. And she has a tremendous story. She was a brand new gal, not, making it. I mean, what ends meet was working as a legal secretary, and then you just met her at Squash, right, Peter?
Yeah, absolutely. She was a new member in my team and a newbie on the internet, but is a real go-getter and made a website and was selling. She created her own fashion label, but she was getting social media traffic from Instagram, but nothing from the search engines. And then I came in.
Well, let's hear what she has to say.
My website specializes in selling vanity dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realized I really needed to get my website running on Google, because it's completely unranked. I had heard of Odesk.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of HangoutMillionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I ran my website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 of Google, which is amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from on average about 5 grand to now 15 grand, and I have HangoutMillionaire.com that way.
Impressive, guys. Now, what I like about this is she was brand new. She met Peter at at the squash club, and they shared that common interest, and she revealed, hey, I'm, just not making any money, and we were right in the throes of looking for beta testers to make profits for her. Now, the update is she no longer lives in Australia. Pete, go ahead, take it away. What happened to her?
Well, there's 2 really fascinating stories that happened after she shot that video. The first is that she got an order from the most prestigious nightclub here on the Gold Coast for 90 dresses. And so that was phenomenal. And they found her through google.com.au. And then the second part is she decided to leave her job as the legal secretary, and she bought a one-way ticket to Croatia, where she was born. And a one-way ticket means she's over there with a laptop, running a business, making lots of money, doing lots of sales, and she doesn't know when she's going to come back, or even if she is, because her internet business is paying for everything.
And that's beautiful. I mean, right here, we're looking at a keyword phrase, bandage dress Australia. Does everybody see that? 3.17 million results. Guys, do you see that? Tobias?
I see this, yeah.
Tobias?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, just want to make sure you're still there. I don't know if you were lost in the Black Forest. Okay, bandage dress down here. You highlighted this for us, Peter, showing that it is her website that is ranking, not just a video. We're going to show some amazing slides in a minute. And the next slide here shows, let's talk about this. Look at all these arrows. Aren't they beautiful? Because it's ranking for bamboo bandage dresses, which are a particular style of the bandage dresses. She is ranking. Now, I don't know, is this Google International, or no, this is Google in Australia, which has a different algorithm.
Correct.
Okay, so this is Google Australia, still 713,000 results. These are dresses that 18 to 25-year-old women are able to wear. And I know we have some ladies on the calls, and they might wear bandage dresses. And look at this. She's ranked position 1, 2, 3, 4. And here, this is what's key. It's a visual selling item. We're not selling information. We're selling a product, a physical product. So they're showcasing images as part of the image search. She's ranking number 1 for images. So if somebody's looking for a bamboo dress or bamboo bandage dress, they're going to click on this, and guess where it's going to take them? To Ellen Trokovich. And here's what's key. Down here at the bottom, okay, is the video. And if we were to go further down, we would see more links by her, but we are ranking her website here as a result of Hangout Millionaire, where she previously had no rankings, and today she's ranking. Let's look at this. Bandage dresses, which again is google.com.au, 7.9 million results, and she is ranking number 3 for this. And how long did it take you to get her to rank number 3 for a hugely sought-after search term?
Well, it's interesting. We were ranking immediately for videos, and the more links we sent to the website, and what's important to understand, the only thing I changed on that website was the title. I got her to update the title to 3 keyword phrases. So she was immediately getting traffic from pretty much the day after I started the project from video content. Though the more links we sent, the actual website itself raised higher in the search, and it was overtaking the videos. So I think to get to that position was about 6 weeks, maybe 7. And when we started, we came up with 20 awesome keyword phrases to rank for. Her website was not ranking in the top 1,000 for any of the terms. Now today, it's ranking on the first page for every one of those terms.
Wait a minute, let me repeat that. Ranking first page for all 20 keyword phrases where she was ranking for nothing before you got involved. And now she's living the dream life in her native country where she was born on a one-way ticket and is now making money in Australia while living in her home country.
Yeah, and she's actually a very good friend of mine now after doing this work together. And
I want to be your friend too if you made money for me.
But I'm missing her. I worked so well that she's left the country, so I have to.
Well, I mean that's a problem most people want to have, and I'm sure she'll keep you on her Christmas list. But let's keep going. Here's another result: 2.7 million Tropez bandage dresses, which is another one. And what I want to show is we've talked about the site. All 3 of these are site, 2 different videos. The last arrow is critical. You did your job so well, Peter. The software did so well. Since it's your baby, I'm going to say you, but it's really the robot, the genderless robot, the sexless robot that got the Facebook page ranked on the first page. Facebook. Is that incredible? So where would somebody go if they're clicking, or if they're inputting Tropez bandage dresses in the search box of Google? Where are they going to go? Anywhere. They have no choice. They don't have choices. They're going to her site, either her YouTube channel, they're going to her Facebook page. They're going to buy from Ellen because of this. And that's the beauty. The links are spread so well and so comprehensively that you dominate search terms. And that's what we see here, utter and total domination. Do you follow me so far, folks? Are you seeing this? So, I mean, can you see, if you've mastered this skill, this software solution, where would you be in 5 years from now? What do you think your life would look like? I mean, are you ready for something dramatic and a change? Let's play our next video. Let's go there now, and whoop, let's go back to, let's play our next video, which is the brains of Hangout Millionaire.
Brains of Hangout Millionaire. Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So we're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so we're starting. There's no audio on the software on this video. So you've got 3 options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you source. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left to right or delete the inappropriate ones. Click next and then select your profile. It's a House of Troy profile. Select an MP3. Enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we are using there. Facebook link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select, in this example, we're creating 1 video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously sped up because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
This all just runs in the background. That's what I love about it, is it's just set and forget. Absolutely, you set it up and just go and do something else.
Yep, so it's creating a Hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we used, and it does it awesome. There's 3 different options which we're getting to later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There we go. Now the software's doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go in the private video network that will be listed in Google, that will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the bandage dresses. There's my friend there. A little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tags, geolocation. There's the geolocation there.
Pete, it's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is the software working. This is not you sitting there doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The changing in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. Now it's updating it created a blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update the Blogger, that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, that will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr. And the Tumblr account gets all this, a different variation, a different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different Anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, back, and then more tier links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
So,
Well, that's great. I mean, that gave you an inside view of the power of the software. So can you see how this software will shorten your success? All those manual steps that Peter and I used to take as SEO professionals, which were very effective, are all done now inside the system of Hangout Millionaire. So I'm sure you want to know, what's your next move? How do you make this happen? So I'm going to go through the steps, what you can do if you want to get started and have the same types of results that we've had personally, our beta testers had, our clients have had, and the people on our Facebook wall that have already taken the steps to improve their careers, improve their lives. So let's go through what we have inside the Hangout training inside our system. We have our complete toolbox to make your Hangouts a success. Everything you want to know about Hangouts and what you need to do to get there is inside the system, both in the form of a PDF and video tutorials. And there's a content repurposing resources guide which shows you exactly all the repurposing elements, and that involves how to use the Web 2.0 properties, other PDF sites, all of the different elements that are fundamental to creating a large footprint. And the thing is, what differentiates us from other software companies, and why I embrace this so much, is we guide you through every step. You have a strong support desk that is there, and they are in the native language of English to help you. So there aren't any issues. You're going to get immediate responses. Now, how long have your people been with you, Peter, on the support desk?
My staff are full-time, obviously, and they've been with me for 6 years, so they know all of my software inside and out, often better than what I do, and I designed it.
Well, that's great. So let's continue. So let's talk about your private members-only Facebook group, which I mentioned is incredibly valuable and supportive and unlike anything I've ever experienced before. And you get to ask your most pressing questions out of this group. You get to post about your Hangouts and skills, and you post requests you are looking for, cross-promote your business, content repurposing resources guide explanation and embellishment. People enhance. So we talk about the repurposing resources guide, which is included in your system, and people are always coming up with other suggestions that we're adding to the resources guide. So they keep us on our toes because there's always something new out there, and everybody shares it openly. And then we have another gift. People have a challenge with writing copy. This was an unexpected bonus that we're giving you. It's a $1,000 program. You get to look at it for free for a whole month, called Copy Sniper. So if you just want to input, something for your site, for your videos, you get to type in keywords and it'll spit out beautiful copy done for you. That's our free gift for you. We were able to negotiate that. Nobody else offers that. That is a gift for you. And one thing I'm going to offer as well, to our first time working with Tobias, is I am a former syndicated radio show host for CBS Radio in Los Angeles, out of Los Angeles. I was syndicated nationwide, and I would be happy, it would be my privilege and pleasure to interview either as a radio interview, or this is something I've changed on the fly and thought about, and I'm going to drop this on you, Peter, but I think you're going to like it. I will do a hangout with you and record it. I will do a hangout with you. Isn't that even better? Because they'll have a hangout to use, which is better for them, and they can strip the audio and upload it to iTunes, which is what we recommend anyway, to help add another tier of quality high page rank links, credible links. So I'll do a hangout with you on your topic of choice, and you can record it, and then you implement the software. So that's a perfect integration. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, you would. So what do you think about that? Is that a nice bonus? For me to do a radio interview with someone, I charge $1,000, and you get that for free. And this is only for action takers, and I do want to do this. I'll either do a radio interview with you, or we'll do a hangout together, about 7 to 10 minutes, and we'll discover your gem, your hidden promise that you want to reveal to the marketplace. And I will have you fill out a form. It's a questionnaire, so we'll learn about your hot buttons for your marketplace, because nobody knows your clients better than you. And we'll be able to develop that so you get this ranked, and we'll show you how to do this to make money. Is that a good idea, Tobias? Do you think people would benefit if I was able to do a hangout with them?
It's crazy, yeah. I like the idea.
Nice opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, and they might have to see my smile one more time. That's okay. And here is the book that we're going to give you. Those that have stayed on the call, this is our gift from Peter and I. You do get the book, the well-written book with no spelling errors except those that you notice, called Clients Forever. And let me talk about the whole system and what you are going to choose to invest in today for the action takers. The Hangout Millionaire software solution is available for 2 licenses on 2 different units. You get private the access to Peter's private video network, and this is an outstanding tool because he's got multiple video networks out there which get populated each time you run a hangout. And those links come back to what exactly, Peter?
Well, I've got a private video network that I created that's a self-hosted video network. So every time you produce a video in the software, it uploads a physical MP4 file to one of the sites in my network chosen randomly, and Google sees those video sites, and they see that they've got physical files on the server, so they give those links a lot of credibility. And we put links back to your Hangout, to the Hangout video you just created from the video network, and also links in the description to your money site, back from my video private network to your money site. It's very powerful, and those links, those videos in and of themselves rank very powerful in Google with all your content on them.
And we couple that with all the other pieces that we provide, and you have got that. I think this is the extra added bonus, takes it from A to A+ value. And you have the total resource toolbox, which is included in the system. You get the Copy Sniper trial. You get the recorded interview, our hangout with me, which is included. And you want to click on this link now, tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com. Click on it now, because here's the value of all of these elements. And today, for Tobias Group only, it's a one-time investment for this year for $997, and it's renewable at the end of the year, or you can pay $297 every 3 months to make it easy to get in and start profiting today. Now, some of you might think, wow, that's all? Well, yes, that's all. I know there aren't any solutions like this in the marketplace. So all it takes is to click on this blue link right here, www.tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com. This will get you started to making money today, because we're there to support you. I want to do the interview with you. You want to try this Copy Sniper trial so you can create excellent copy at the click of a mouse. You're going to get the total resource toolbox, access to Peter's private video network. Those links don't go away because he owns it. It's self-hosted, a private network. And you have the 2 licenses for the software. Now I want to show a little bit more if we can. Here is another piece of proof that came in from a recent client that joined in. This is Ferdinand Mellinger. He says, 10 spots are all mine. I've been very successful in my online business, Peter. Your software has pushed me into new levels of complete domination, and I mean complete domination. The whole first page is mine, 10 spots. Literally, I made a video, loaded it, and pressed go, bam. He sold well over 6 figures using the software to book a seminar. Did he not?
Absolutely, and it's important to note that that was posted on June 5th, so it's only a few weeks ago, and he's very active in our group, and anyone who becomes a member can pick his brains in the group at any time.
And he's extremely successful in the SEO game. He has dropped all of his old strategies, has embraced this full-time because of the results he's getting. Now here's another piece of proof that I want to focus on. Stephen Henby, after leaving 2 hours, I checked my rankings, one is in second page 1, and the other 2 are sitting on top of page 2. This is 2 hours. And he wrote in here, my jaw just dropped. Now, this took him months before, and this is what happened. So I'm going to ask you again, click on this link, tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com, so you can duplicate the same success they're having. If you're sitting on the fence, get off the fence. Jump in, join us. We want to embrace you. I want to interview you, conduct your first hangout with you. I'll hold you by the hand. Peter's there to support you. He's got a support desk to support you. Tobias wants to have you as a success story in his world. I want to interview you, and my gosh, all you have to invest is $9.97. I charge $1,000 to do an interview. You get this included in the package, and the action takers are the winners in life. Think about Napoleon Hill. He wrote the best-selling book, he wrote a best-selling book profiling the millionaires at the turn of the century called Think and Grow Rich. I was a bit tongue-tied, and that's rare for me. But he wrote about this, and the common thread, the common denominator of the millionaires of the turn of the century are those that took action, people that thought about decisions, lived in mediocrity. You are not mediocre because you are action takers. You took the time to join this webinar and learn the most cutting-edge strategies, the best way to rank yourself to become number one, and how you're going to make that actionable is by clicking on this link and starting today. We want to welcome you. I want to interview you. And now I want to show you a little more proof for those of you that are sticking on the fence. Say, I don't know yet. I need to see more. Well, I'm going to give you more. Let's talk about this. In less than 3 weeks of running HOM, Hangout Millionaire, I am on page 1 and 2 for several product name long tail keywords. He doesn't want to talk about all those keywords because it's his stuff. You don't blame him, but he's owning this. And this is what he came in, and this was June 17. This is recent. What is that, about 2 weeks ago? Right. And he has had tremendous success. So again, here is the link. I want you to click on it, tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com, and you're going to start profiting. Let's get another piece of proof. We've got Michael Murray, who just joined, and he's on June 11. Now, here's what I like about him. He said it was incredible and awesome, a total of 34 keywords in city combinations, and here's what he had, an average of 6 hours to rank up there. And he's impressed, and I'm stunned with the results. I'm beginning to believe that I can have an Hangout Millionaire dominate any keyword in any city that he chooses within 1 day. Okay, how much more proof do you need to jump on tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com? Guys, do we have any questions that come in? Is there anybody that needs to find more proof? Because I have given, as I promised, 8 case studies, 8 pieces of proof of people that have embraced the technology and have gone out there and implemented. Guys? Hello?
Absolutely, mate.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, Tobias just wanted to make sure. Again, you're hanging out in the Black Forest. We're here. Okay. Yep. So are there any questions that come in the box? I mean, typically the question is, well, how long is it going to rain? How long will it take me? Well, if you start today, you can get ranked tomorrow. I mean, we have seen that. Yes?
Peter, we got a question for you. Maybe you can answer them. What is brute force SEO?
Brute Force SEO is my flagship item that I started back in 2008, and has been rebranded and upgraded to Evo Pro. That membership is still running, though. It's an amazing product, and everything I learnt in developing that product over the years, I've put into Hangout Millionaire to make the user interface very, very simple to use. All the automation techniques we learned in Brute Force SEO, we have put into this new software called Hangout Millionaire, and it's working awesome. That's why it's so simple to use, all that experience we've learned over the years.
Hey, I'm liking to see these orders come in. We do have action takers on the line. This is awesome, Tobias. And I'm seeing that some people are ready to get started because they see this as a solution. This is going to take weeks of manual input that you have from your outsourcing team, or if you're doing it yourself, and this is your virtual assistant in a box. That's how we've coined the term. Folks, you've got to get in on this. You've got to get on the Hangout movement because this isn't going away. This is all part of the G+ category inside Google. Google owns G+. It used to be a small social network. It's huge now. It's going to surpass Facebook eventually because they're bigger, they're stronger, they've got more might. They are the Goliath. Hangouts are something they are standing behind, and it is not a fly-in-the-night way. It is competing with all sorts of technologies, and you can hang out, and they pay special attention to it. And I am so excited to be able to work with you guys because I've already got several people coming in and asking about their hangout that they're going to be able to do with me. And are you ready for your life to change? And how do you make that change? You click on this link, tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com. I mean, does this sound good? I can't make it any better. We provided 8 case studies, 8 pieces of irrefutable proof that has people ranking that were brand new. Some were professionals who even took action and realized that they're teachable. There's something new they've got to embrace or they're going to be left behind. Then we had some newbies. Think about Angela Langlots, the out-of-work lawyer who's now making money in Dallas selling leads. We've got Ellen Trokovich out of the Gold Coast of Australia, the former Australian who went back to her native country back in Croatia, and she's speaking Croatian and making money in English. She's back in her homeland doing whatever people do in their homeland. Being Croatian, or she's Slovakian, did I get it right? Doesn't matter. But she's making money today because she took action. If you're an action taker, and we still have several people that are on the fence, most people have taken action. Why? Because they want to win and start profiting today. They want to start profiting and going through the system, getting involved in the Facebook family that we have on our site. They want to get involved and start reading the PDFs, learning from the video tutorials, reaching out to support desk if they have any questions, embracing. Oh, and by the way, setting up the Web 2.0 properties, if it looks intimidating to you, no problem. We have a solution for that. Peter has set up a resource with his outsourcing business, with his outsourcing help. They will set the properties up for you completely, comprehensively, and it will be done correctly in a short period of time. So we have taken out any time delays for you to start making money. Now, realistically, I know I talk fast, and I'm positively pushy, and I'm pushing because I want to support you into your success. How fast will it take? We have seen people get their property set up in a day or two. They're reading and listening to the tutorials inside the membership area. They then start consuming all the information off the Facebook page, our group, and then they start testing their first videos, and within 3 to 4 days, they are ranking. First page of Google, first page of YouTube. How fantastic is that? If you are ranking and making money within 3 to 4 days. And this company has been around for 8 years. They're not going anywhere. This isn't some company that is selling a software solution by a pimply kid selling something on on Warrior Forum for $8. Good luck with an update. The updates that have been available for Hangout Millionaire are over 30 of them since he started. He's constantly on top of the latest algorithm changes. Google tries to switch things up. Well, guess what? Peter and his team are on top of this. You are going to be taken care of. They embrace you. They support their people. That's why they have people after 6 years still involved. So take action. This is all I'm going to say. It's highlighted in blue, tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com. A few of you are still on the call, sitting on the fence. Jump off the fence. Come and play in our pond. We want you on our sandbox with us to play, have fun, profit, so we're all smiling. And success, who says success is difficult? It is not when you've got the right tools in your tool chest. This is the tool that you need in order to improve your life, to improve the life for your families. Don't you want to spend more time with your families watching TV or improving your lifestyle? Time to do that is now. Click on tobias.hangoutmillionaire.com and make that happen. We have 2 options. You can invest $9.97, that's all it is, and that'll save you from what the monthly, if you're to go to the site on hangoutmillionaire.com right now, you'd pay $2,364 per year because its only option available is $197 a month. Who wants to pay that? Nobody does. People want to pay a discount. We're giving you the best discount imaginable, and that's because you're part of Tobias's group. You came in through him, so you have an option to pay $9.97 per year or $297, and we won't bill you again for 3 months. And you're going to be profit, and then $297 will be chump change because of the profits you're going to make if you embrace this. Does this sound good? No, it sounds great. So click on the link, jump in. We want to be part of you. I want to interview you and do a hangout with you. Are we good to go? Yes, we are. Tobias, do you have anything to add to this? Peter?
Sounds awesome. I mean, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Peter, is there anything else we should bring up? Any other questions that are commonly asked from people that are on the call? I think we've addressed most of them, but you never know. Somebody else might have a different question. It doesn't work. Do I need to change my IP address? That's your Internet protocol. That's your Google footprint, isn't it? I don't think you have to change anything. You use yours in Australia all the time for ranking videos all over the world. Is that correct, Peter?
Absolutely, yeah. I use lots of different Google accounts, and we pump out hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos, and I don't have an issue with IP whatsoever. Though some people use a program called HMA, hide my ass. I don't find the need to do that at all, but some people do, so the option is there.
Okay. Well, great. I think we have covered all the bases. I see a whole bunch of people that decided to take action. That's awesome. Welcome. We want to work with you, and I want to interview and do a Hangout with you so we can get this ranking immediately. We'll be able to load it into your Hangout Millionaire software that you've invested in, and that you've invested in making your life a better and more profitable place. You want to have that position where you have things automated, and you are dealing with the king of automation software, Peter Drew. He's been around. He's going to be here. He's going to support you. He's active on the Facebook wall, the Facebook membership. Tobias is part of it now. The man from the Black Forest, he's there. I'm active on it every day. I'm looking at the success stories, and we want to see you as the next success story. So welcome to the family, and I look forward to working with all of you. And Tobias, I think we've covered all the questions that have come in.
No, just 10 seconds before one come in. So if you have a little bit. There was a question about, do we have a version for the Mac?
Well, about 20% of our membership use Macs, and it's run under a virtual environment, and which is actually an advantage, because once you can open up your virtual window, get Hangout Millionaire running, then shrink that down, and it doesn't interfere with any other work you're doing on your computer. So it runs in the background in the virtual environment on your Mac, and it works very well.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay, so yes, it does work with Macs, and I mean, that is the advantage. I'm a Mac user, by the way, so I can do my work, and this is running and making me money behind the scenes. So there is an advantage to be a Mac user.
Well, thank you very much, Tobias, for having us.
Yes,
and,
thank you very much.
Guys, thanks very much for your time coming here today and showing this wonderful software. I was very impressed when I saw it the first time, and Peter showed it to me, so I said, I want to present this to my group, and yeah. Everybody who's still on the fence, jump in now. It's time to decide. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And have a nice evening, nice night, nice morning. See you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.